First up, we're going to make some honey garlic shrimp, sausage, and broccoli. Yep, that's a mouthful, but it's so good. The first thing we're going to do is prepare the sauce. So we put all those ingredients in this bowl and then we'll set this aside. Now with all of my recipes that I show you, there will be a description and ingredient list in the description box below, unless there's an original recipe that I worked from, in which case there will be a link. And at the end of each recipe that I make, I do list the ingredients so you could do a screenshot if you would like. The first protein we're going to cook is the sausage. We'll get that cut up. Now we have the olive oil cooking on medium-high heat. So we're just gonna stir the sausage around till that gets cooked through, about 2 to 3 minutes, and then we'll remove that and set that aside. Next we're going to cook the shrimp, and I just season that with a little salt and pepper. Again, we'll cook the shrimp until it's cooked through, about 2 to 3 minutes, until it's pink. Now we're going to remove the shrimp and set that aside also. The last thing we're going to add to our skillet is the broccoli florets. Unfortunately, I forgot to buy those. I had some broccoli cuts in the freezer, so I went ahead and used those. First, I just sort of deglazed the bottom of the pan from where the shrimp and sausage had stuck, and then we'll put the broccoli in there and get that cooked. Now everything's cooked through, we return it to the pan. We're going to add our sauce that we made in the beginning, and then we're going to let this warm through for about 2 to 3 minutes, allowing that sauce to thicken a little bit and coat all the ingredients. Now we served ours on rice, but you could use quinoa, you could use cauliflower rice, anything you like to have this on would be fine. It's absolutely delicious, super simple, and I hope you give it a try. Here are our finished plates and your ingredients. For our Crockpot balsamic chicken, we're going to dice our garlic and slice our onions. A little olive oil in the bottom of the pot, and then we're going to add our chicken breast. We're going to season this with some salt and some pepper. Put our sliced onions on top of the chicken, and then we're going to put on the dry herbs and the garlic cloves. Now we're adding a half cup of balsamic vinegar, and then we'll top it with the diced tomatoes. This is cooked on high for 4 hours and served on angel hair pasta. Now if your sauce is a little thin, you can do a cornstarch slurry at the end and then just leave it on warm till you get it to the desired consistency. Here are our finished plates, and I hope you give this one a try. It had tons of flavor. Today is going to be a braised pot roast with vegetables. If you saw the video about the 10-in-1 electric multi-cooker by Drew Barrymore, I had to use all the functions in order to show that. So I used this recipe for searing and also braising. The first thing I did was season the beef with salt and pepper on the one side, put a little olive oil into the skillet, and then put the meat in, and then I'll season the other side while the underside is cooking. You want to get all sides seared, including the ends, and then after that's done, we will move on. While it's searing, I'm adding my 1 cup of crushed canned tomatoes with 1 cup of water, and I'm also cutting up the vegetables that are needed. Now the meat has been seared, we're going to pour in the tomato and water mixture, and then we'll scatter the vegetables and the herbs all around the pot roast. Again, all these ingredients will be listed on the website. This one I have a link for to the original recipe, and you'll find everything there. I will have the ingredient list at the end of this clip, however, if you want to do a screenshot for shopping. Alright, we're going to cover our pot. We're going to put this on the braise function We're going to braise it on low for about 3 hours, and you want to baste every 30 minutes, so I did put it on for 3.5, and make sure that there's plenty of juice in there at all times. Here are our finished plates. It was absolutely delicious. There is a difference in braising to slow cooking. I did find that out. Braising does not leave it as fall apart tender, but yet it is tender in a delicious way. I can't really explain it. You just need to give it a try. Next, we're going to make the Harrington chili, and so the first thing we're going to do is brown and drain the ground beef. I am showing you here all the ingredients that I'm going to be using. The only ones missing are the ground beef and a can of diced tomatoes, which I forgot to lay out. I have chopped everything up that needs to be chopped and got my measuring spoons and such out. So let's get going. Now we have the hamburger cook. We're going to add in all the other ingredients. Again, they'll be listed at the end of this video clip, and in the description box below they'll be listed along with directions. The recipe asked to put in some of the salt packet, but I didn't have a salt packet, so I just ground in some salt of my own. I was just showing you the can there because I didn't use it all. My can was larger than what it actually called for. Now we're putting in the vegetables. It called for 2 jalapeno peppers sliced. I didn't have any, so I just used the jarred ones. Now we have all the ingredients in here with the exception of the kidney beans. We're going to get everything mixed. We're going to simmer this over a low heat for a couple of hours. And after that, we're going to add the beans. I didn't film that, but you just drain and rinse them and pop them in here with everything else, and then simmer until you get it to the desired consistency. Now you can serve this with anything you like. Suggestions are sliced jalapenos, peppers and grated cheese and sour cream, anything you like. Big Daddy went with the jalapenos and the cheese. I went with cheese and sour cream and I had chips. He had Ritz. Everybody likes it different, but you'll love it. It was a very, very good chili. I hope you guys enjoyed all the recipes that I shared today. I do hope one of them inspired you, if not all, to try something new. If you made it to the end of the video, please leave me a pumpkin emoji. That way I know you were here. And I will see you on Friday. Have a great week, everybody.